podcast. Talk hard. All right. You know what? I just did that so hard that I could have made my eye bloody.
Oh, man. What is it called? Hold on. I wrote it down. Subconjunctival hemorrhage.
Subconjunctival hemorrhage.
Sounds serious.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Who the fuck wants one of those?
Sounds like he's too old to be president.
This thing here. So let's get into the politics part. We talked a lot about news and Sharpies.
Hi, Mr. Biden. I'm your doctor, and we have your results here. And they say you're too old to be fucking president.
Here's the bad news. You have bloody eyes, and you're not even Jesus.
And you don't share what room you're in of your own house.
Listen, we have Joe Biden still the front runner, folks, for the Democratic Party.
How can he be? You know why? Because Trump attacked him. I wish Trump didn't attack him in the beginning because Trump attacked him and blew up his numbers, and now this guy can't lose. Ugh.
He has not really given up his lead, and the one quick time he did, he gained it back. Now, what has happened is that Warren seems to be firmly in number 2. She's jumped Bernie, but nobody is making ground except Andrew Yang has now put himself into what could be the top 5, and we'll get to him in a second, and we'll talk all about Biden's eye. But just to go real quick over where the Democrats stand, Biden's still hanging around 30%. Warren's at 18%, Bernie right under 18%, and then Kamala at 7%. Buttigieg still hovers around 4 or 5. And if you can believe it, Beto O'Rourke has fallen completely out of the landscape, and Yang and Booker are still holding in at the end. But let's talk more about that bloody eyeball that none of the media wanted to talk about. Not even Fox really touched on it too much.
I mean, it's weird. You know, it's just weird and it's gross, but it's just a series of gaffes and errors and mistakes that have gone on with Joe Biden's campaign already that just make us terrified. Because here's the problem. Once you pick Joe Biden and he becomes your guy, that's it. That's who we've got. And if he has a series of mistakes or one even bigger mistake that this leads up to, or he just keels over and half dies in the middle of the fucking presidential debates, then that's it. We've got Donald Trump for another 4 years, folks. We can't risk it with this dude. We cannot risk it with this dude. It'd be like taking a car with 200,000 miles and a clunky-ass engine and being like, you know what? I'm going to drive it to California. You're not going to make it.
They always say how you're right about that, and they always say how important it is to have your vice presidential candidate to be presidential or president worthy because of these sorts of situations. That's probably more important than ever with Joe Biden.
Oh, my God. Who is the vice going to be with that guy? Because that vice has got a solid shot.
Yeah.
You know, all you have to do is like blow on him as he walks by in the hall. You're like, oh, I'm president. I got him.
We made a joke, folks.
Just cough on him.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He'll have pneumonia in 3 days.
Yeah.
Good immune system, I'm sure, on this guy. One thing for sure, he doesn't have Dick Cheney's doctors. But here's the thing. This guy, we talked about this when we saw the Mueller report. And then we made a joke about I'd love to play cards with these two guys. I don't know who's worse, but Joe Biden is really messing up a lot on the campaign trail. He doesn't seem to have any knowledge or information. He really is just a figurehead and one of these fake politicians that he almost self-admitted. He's like, I'm here for name recognition, not my policies, nothing else. I hung around with Barack Obama. I played with the black guy. I'm cooler than these other people. Okay, that's great. You're vice president. Here's where he has the shot, my friend, because the black community overwhelmingly supports Joe Biden over Elizabeth Warren, over Bernie Sanders, and Pete Buttigieg. Forget it. They may go Andrew Yang if he's forced on them.
They don't follow politics, a lot of them, that well that they're going to know about the little Biden gaffes that just are like a quick blip on the news screen. Here's some of the funny ones that Biden said recently, though. Yeah. He said he speculated during a speech on how awful Obama's assassination would have been.
Yes,
like,
what a great topic.
Would you go there?
Yeah,
and then
it was like a hypothetical, like what would have happened.
And then he called Donald Trump Donald Hump.
Donald Hump,
hilarious. That's going to be
Freudian slip.
Yeah, and then he said his supports for women's rights made some people think he was gay.
Yeah.
I mean, he just says like goofy, odd shit.
That's something from South Park. You know what I mean?
And so, I don't think that those things will keep him out of office. But I think that I wonder if the African-American support is in polling and if they'd really go out to vote for him. And I wonder if there's a calculation in there, and that's why Trump is like pushing for Biden. Trump wants Biden.
Yes,
and
he does.
Why? Why does Trump want Biden? Is it because he's an idiot? I don't think so. I think they know something. And Republicans, they know that they're a minority party, so they go and they do the extra research, and they find the ins and the outs, and they may have something on Biden. So I am not on Team Biden at all. I think he's too old. It's too old, and there's too many mistakes, and there's too much smoke already. There's going to be fire, and it's not good.
Donald Trump, you're right, is salivating for Biden. I think he would have a field day with him. I think those would be embarrassing for Biden because he would mess up under the heat. I think Trump would love to go after Elizabeth Warren, but those won't be quite as fun. The Pocahontas thing will get real old. He can't insult her about something that really no one gives a shit about anymore.
And Trump
anyways.
is already having trouble with suburban women voters.
Right.
So those are kind of the people that
that
he's pissed off. So
Warren.
if he goes attacking Warren the whole time,
I
that's
agree.
not going to help.
It's not that good of a strategy. And then anybody else, I think Trump would be ready for. But yeah, I think he salivates for Biden. I think it's going to be Biden.
Because Biden, he can have the total gloves off.
Well,
he can say whatever he wants about Biden. Everyone's like, hey, it's a fair fight. Two old white guys.
Listen, let me tell you, if people hate politicians and they hate the way everything's gone and you hate America and you hate all this shit, you should hate Joe Biden. This guy's a 50-plus year fucking political hack. That's all he's done. You know how rich this fucking guy is? If you go and look into his fucking connections with his son in China, this guy has played the system, folks. There's nothing admirable about this guy. He's every reason why Trump is in office. He is the swamp. He just is kind of funny and old, but fuck all that, man. This guy
that's
is
how all of these politicians are.
Yeah, but this is
though.
the problem.
They're all like that, and they're all rich. You're not going to
But
get
Obama
poor politicians.
wasn't.
People want poor politicians.
Obama's
It's not gonna
rich
happen.
now.
Yeah, Obama's rich now, but I think that when you get in office, they throw so much money at you in so many different ways. It's hard not to get rich.
Listen,
and he's been
I agree.
In so
and if you do it for 50 years,
do you know that he had 2 brain aneurysms like 12 years ago?
I did not.
Yeah,
So
that's
there you
what's
go.
really
So there you
terrifying.
go.
So like, forget all the bullshit.
You know how
this
many
guy's
brain
literally
aneurysms Trump's had?
He's literally had.
Zero.
I don't know how Trump's so healthy. Somebody needs
How
to
is he
figure
so
that
healthy?
out.
Anthony Scaramucci, your buddy, just the other day called him a
The
fat
mooch.
slob and disgusting.
He follows me on Twitter.
Yes, you said. He is going after Trump personally because he's just such a cute little froggy looking guy.
Well,
isn't he?
Trump
He's
attacked
so
his
small.
wife, and now they're in a giant like it's weird. It's like
Well,
giant,
I think they're
boxing
babies.
match between like media outlets.
Well,
like Trump goes on Twitter and Mooch goes on CNN, and
what's
Trump
funny
says something
about
else,
them
and
both-
Mooch goes on Fox.
Neither of them are connected to the mob for real, but you know Trump acts like it. Michael Cohen already told you he was like a capo. But Scaramucci's Italian, and he wishes he was in that. He's just a clean-cut guy that's not. But he kind of, he does it up a little bit. If you want to see a good one, watch him and Chris Cuomo get together and really
because they're
Italian it
total
up.
buddies.
Oh,
I
my God.
wonder what's in for Mooch's career after this. So after the Trump years, whatever. Like, where does Mooch go from here? Because he has kind of made a name for himself.
I don't think
but
he
he's
goes-
not a politician, so
No.
it's not in politics. I wonder if he gets like a show or something.
Here's what's going to happen. Well, they tried to give him a show. Him and Michael Avenatti went on Colbert and did like a little running audition. That was going to be a CNN show.
I bet you wonder where's Avenatti right now.
He's
is he in
laying
jail?
low as fuck.
I mean, is he
He's
waiting
out.
to go to jail?
Well, he's got a trial.
He's
got
to be scared.
Well, Avenatti's
Real
going to prison.
scared. Yeah.
You know what happened with Avenatti? First of all, don't go fuck with Donald Trump if you're dirty as fuck.
Yeah,
And people
so
that just
dumb.
digged in and found out, wow, you owe the IRS. You fucking burn everybody. You're Donald Trump on this little level.
He had a guy who was basically either a para or a quadriplegic, and the guy got a huge settlement, millions and millions of dollars. And Avenatti told him, hey, listen, your settlement hasn't come in yet, but I know you need money, so I'm going to loan you like $2,000 a month. And then
lender.
Avenatti just kept spending the money. He bought Porsche race cars, dude, all kinds of crazy shit, clothes, everything. So he literally was
He's
just
a
the
dick.
most unethical lawyer in the world, and he ripped off a dude who'd had a horrible accident.
He is the quintessential slime ball.
Such a
Even
slime
Stormy Daniels has nothing positive to say about this guy. He ripped her off. She was literally still signing autographs at a
And then she
Cincinnati
lost her
peep
case.
show.
He lost the case.
He lost the case where Trump wanted the money back. He's like, you're paying my legal bills too,
Yep.
you fucking what? So Avenatti, bad lawyer, bad guy, slime ball. Scaramucci, though, thinks he's pretty cool. Want to do a show with him. They're obviously not going to have a show anymore. But, yeah, that went off the rails.